Okay, we're quickly going to go over how to trade the news and how to understand which news is tradable, all right, and which ones are the good plays. So the first thing you want to do anytime a news story comes out to see if anybody believes it is you want to look at the volume. Now, AVGO was a news play. JS Trader put in the room at
Higher MD.
12:59.
Iredimed
Okay,
announces
so
favorable court ruling.
12:59. JS Trader puts this in
Says
the room.
Florida
Now this
District
is his
Court
post right
dismissed
here.
shareholder
Now
claims
it's going to
versus the
be actually
company. That's India
1:59 on Eastern
Romeo
time,
Michael
1:59
Delta
Eastern. He puts it
IRMD.
12:59 my time. So 1:59 he puts it in, and then the next thing you know, it was a news related to a Broadcom buyout, and then Broadcom's halted. Okay, so you know the news is real. And then another thing you can do to decipher if it's real again is look at the volume. The volume is key. And if you look at this volume right here, bottom right of my screen, and you see how it's elevated and it remains elevated, these are the ones that can really run. Okay? Versus look at what it normally traded. So this was an obvious buy. Okay? Obvious long here off the pullback. So what I did is I purchased 500 shares off the pull, knowing you're always long versus the initial part of the move. Because then if the news is not true, what's it going to do? It's going to go back pretty much to where it was trading. Now, there's certain instances where you may get a complete reversal, like an FDA approval. You might get an instant spike, and then the next thing you know, there's a bunch of um, requirements for the FDA approval. So they might be only special cases can get approved for it. Not everybody, just blanket approval. So there's certain things that could affect this, but just in general, I mean, you're talking a buyout, which right now in a low rate environment, the acquirer and the company being acquired are both going up. Okay, in a environment where you have high interest rates, the company that's being acquired goes up, and typically the company that's acquiring goes down. But that's a little bit different environment right now. So it was a pretty obvious play. Waited for it to pull back. Again, he got it at 159. That's this red bar right here, and then waited for the pullback, got long. Again, 500 shares, risking 2 points within my risk, and then was selling through the highs. Then there was another setup which we teach in our quick start guide. We teach inside setups and then pivot setups off a 5 minute bar. And again, because of the volume, we know this was probably going to be pretty good. Bought the pivot here, sold into the rip. All right, and there was even another one pivot here. You could sell into the rip, and then right now, as of right now, it hasn't pivoted at all. All right, it actually does have some support here. Maybe it bounces here, but pretty easy stuff here that we're teaching you and teaching you how to play this stuff. Again, the news is awesome. Another news play he had was Post, P-O-S-T. This was a drug-related news, biotech-related news, which can be tricky. But again, was short light, waited for looking at the level twos and watching the price action, added and then covered into the lows. Was trying to hold some and caught a little bit of a bounce, and so I covered what I had remaining, but was still a nice play nonetheless. And again, you can look at the volume. Now, this one didn't stay elevated like AVGO did, but you know you're going to have an opportunity to make a little money. And just size up properly. If you're new to trading and you're new to trading the news, don't size up heavy until you get the hang of it, okay? Preferably don't even size up with real money. Do some simulated trading first until you get the hang of it, then size up. But this news is very, very good, and I'll show you a comparison. If we want to take a look at, he had a post on MYL. Okay, MYL, and I'll show you. So MYL right here at 1204, and so let's see if this one would have been any good to trade. So we're going to pull it up. We're going to pull up MYL, and again, he's going to put this out as soon as he gets it if he thinks it can move. He's looking through hundreds and hundreds of headlines a day. He's basically been trading the news. Um, okay, been trading the news for 18 years. That's how he's made his living. So he knows which ones have the potential to move. So 1104, you can see obviously we were a little late on that news. You can see this volume spike, but look at the volume here, and then look at your volume in the past. There's not much of a difference here, is there? Between right here, bottom right of my screen, where my cursor is, going back to the past. That's not very big difference. Look at AVGO. All right. Look at the difference here. Now this is a big difference. Look at what it's trading now versus what it normally trades. Look at Post, same thing. Look at what it's trading now versus what it normally trades. I'll show you another one he had today that was good, which was DCTH. All right. Look at the volume it's trading now versus what it normally trades, right? So you know this has potential. So that's all you got to do when you're trading the news. That's the number one trick and the way to make it the easiest on yourself. And you got to really wait for that volume, and you got to watch it develop, and you got to watch it take place. And you want to also believe in the story as well. You don't want to just buy junk, everything that has volume, right? So you want to believe in the story. If when Broadcom got halted, BRCM gets halted, and AVGO is still trading, and the acquirers, see, this is where the halt was. The company that's getting acquired and the company that's acquiring have both been going up. This is halted. You get news, you have volume, you buy it. It's pretty simple. So again, you can't. These plays, they don't necessarily happen every day, but there was another good. We had a good play yesterday on CALM. He caught this 56, put it in the room. CALM was at 56 when he put it in the room, dropped all the way down to 52. And again, he's going to put a ton of news plays in there, and that doesn't mean they're all going to get action. But again, look at the volume here versus what it normally trades. Very elevated volume. So again, if you have any questions, you can email me, Kavin@tradewithkavin.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Hopefully, we'll see you in the room tomorrow.